On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Attend.
To be present at an event, to go to a place.
Examples:
Attend a meeting. Attend service. We must attend to this matter.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Genome.
The complete set or sequence of genes of a human, animal, plant, or other living things.
Examples:
Sequencing of the human genome. Genome analyses. The human genome contains approximately 3 billion chemical base pairs.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Mitochondria.
Singular, mitochondrion, an organelle, equals a specialized part of a cell, found in large numbers in most cells that produce energy for the cell by breaking down food.
Examples:
A membrane of a mitochondria. Healthy mitochondria. Mitochondria DNA is used to trace human lineage and migration footprints.
Haplotype.
A specific combination of genetic variations or alleles that are inherited together on the same chromosome from a single parent, which is used to analyze genetic patterns and understand the inheritance of specific traits or diseases.
Examples:
Specific haplotype. Genetic haplotype. The haplotype analysis provided valuable insights into the evolutionary history of the species.
Distant.
Far away in space, time, or where you are, far apart in relevance, relationship, or kinship.
Examples:
A distant memory. Distant ancestors. The sun set over the crest of distant hills.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Genealogy.
The study of family history and the tracing of lineages.
Examples:
Genealogy research. Genealogy chart. She spent hours tracing her family tree and discovering new information about her genealogy.
Lever.
A handle used to operate a vehicle or a machine, a rigid bar resting on a pivot so that one end of it can be pushed or pulled easily.
Examples:
A gear change lever. Lever for reform. This initiative will be a lever for increasing company sales.
Disciplinary.
Of or relating to the punishment of people who break the rules, of or relating to a specific field of academic study.
Examples:
Disciplinary action. Take disciplinary measures. The school's disciplinary committee met to discuss the students' behavior.
Exponential.
Becoming more and more rapid, of or involving mathematical exponents.
Examples:
Exponential growth. Exponential function. Since the 1990s, the Internet has continued to experience exponential growth.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Bioinformatics.
The interdisciplinary field that combines biology and computer science to analyze, interpret, and manage biological information and data, particularly in the realm of genetics, genomics, and other related areas.
Examples:
Bioinformatics research. Bioinformatics tools. Bioinformatics algorithms are essential for identifying and analyzing patterns in biological data.
Linear.
Of, relating to, or consisting of lines or length, able to be expressed as a straight line, especially on a graph.
Examples:
Linear trend. A linear equation. People tend to make linear predictions.
Lily.
A flowering plant with large, showy, trumpet-shaped flowers, typically symbolizing purity, innocence, and beauty.
Examples:
Lily perfume. Water lily. The beautiful lily garden in the park was a sight to behold.
Divide.
To separate or cause to separate into parts or groups.
Examples:
Divide the cake into 2 pieces. Divide money equally. Can you divide 123,321 by 11?
Physician.
A medical doctor who practices medicine.
Examples:
the advice of the physician. Consult with a physician. She visited the local physician to seek treatment for her persistent headache.
Innovate.
To introduce new methods, ideas, or products.
Examples:
innovate a new method. Innovate the quality of his life. Companies developing self-driving cars consistently innovate the emerging technologies.
Fragment.
A small piece or part broken off or detached.
Examples:
fragment of a text. A broken fragment. The archaeologist carefully pieced together the tiny fragments of pottery found at the dig site.
Adoption.
The action or fact of legally taking another's child as one's own, the act of accepting with approval.
Examples:
adoption assistance. The adoption of a plan. The adoption process can be long and difficult, but it is worth it for the love of a child.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Curve.
A bend or angle in a line or surface that deviates from a straight or flat path, a gradual or smooth change in direction or shape.
Examples:
learning curve. Yield curve. The curve in the road was so sharp that I had to slow down to navigate it safely.
Incentivize.
To make someone want to do in a particular way by offering them a reward.
Examples:
incentivize carpooling. Incentivize the right behavior. Governments incentivize their citizens to buy eco-friendly products through subsidies.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
he confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Smartphone.
A mobile phone that functions as a computer and connects to the internet.
Examples:
smartphone app developer. Smartphone addict. Internet traffic volumes have increased significantly with the advent of smartphones.
Insight.
The ability to gain an accurate and deep understanding of people or situations, an accurate and deep understanding of what something is like.
Examples.
A profound insight. Share my insights. We gained various insights by analyzing the vast amount of data owned by the company.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples.
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples.
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Singularity.
Of black holes, a point or region in spacetime where the gravitational field is infinite, and matter and energy are infinitely dense, the state, fact, quality, or condition of being one of a kind.
Examples.
Black hole singularity. The singularity of the divine. Scientists have predicted that the universe will end in a singularity, where all matter will collapse into an infinitely dense point.
Silicon.
A chemical element with the symbol Si that is a hard, brittle crystalline solid with a blue-gray metallic luster and used for the transistors and integrated circuit chips in computers.
Examples.
Silicon wafer. Crystalline silicon. Silicon is the second most abundant element on Earth after oxygen.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples.
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Talented.
Having a natural ability or aptitude for something, showing exceptional skill or ability in a particular area.
Examples.
A very talented actor. Talented athlete. She is a talented musician, able to play several instruments.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples.
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples.
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, He was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Nanoscale.
On a scale that can be measured in nanometers, equals 1/1000th of a meter, on a very small scale.
Examples:
Nanoscale device. Things at the nanoscale. This process improves the strength of the metal by controlling the nanoscale lattice structure of the metal.
Unmet.
Describing a need, goal, or expectation that has not been satisfied or fulfilled.
Examples:
Unmet demand. Unmet needs. The unmet expectations of the customers led to a decrease in sales.
Executive.
A person or group of people with top-level management responsibility in a business or other organization, the branch that is responsible for implementing, administering, and enforcing laws, as well as running the day-to-day operations.
Examples:
Executive editor at the publishing house. Executive vice president. As the executive director of the nonprofit, it's her responsibility to make sure they're meeting their mission goals.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Chip.
A small fragment of something broken off from the whole, a long and thin piece of potato fried in oil or fat.
Examples:
A chip of wood. I don't care a chip. We can use this campaign as a bargaining chip in the negotiations.
Merge.
To combine or integrate things, or to cause this to happen.
Examples:
Merge into a new party. Merge those systems into a new one. This consulting firm decided to merge the two companies into one.
Diagnose.
To determine or distinguish the nature of a problem or an illness through a careful analysis.
Examples:
Diagnose the problem. Diagnose with CT scans. This device is used to diagnose brain cancer and other tumors.
Glucose.
A type of sugar that is found in plants, especially fruit, and is an essential energy source in living things.
Examples:
Blood glucose test. Glucose level. The doctor injected glucose into his patient's veins.
Diabetes.
A medical condition in which the body cannot produce enough insulin to control the glucose levels in the blood.
Examples:
juvenile diabetes, diabetes patient. My father was tested for diabetes.
Surpass.
To be or do better than someone or something. To excel or go beyond the limits or standards of something.
Examples:
surpass imagination. Surpass $20 billion in sales. The athlete's record-breaking performance surpassed all expectations.
Computation.
The act or process of calculating something, especially an answer or amount, by using a machine or calculator.
Examples:
parallel computation. Theory of computation. The researcher demonstrated the superiority of quantum computation in several mathematical tasks.
Applicable.
Fit or suitable to be applied, having relevance to a person or thing.
Examples:
give applicable examples. Accordance with applicable law. This regulation is not applicable to minors.
Resolution.
A firm decision or determination to do or not do something. The action of solving a problem, dispute, or conflict. The quality of being resolved or determined. The clarity and sharpness of an image or display.
Examples:
resolution of a conflict. Display resolution. He made a New Year's resolution to exercise more and eat healthier.
Incredible.
Unbelievable, extremely large.
Examples:
incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Pet.
An animal that you have at home as a companion and treated kindly.
Examples:
a pet bird. A teacher's pet. I have a parrot as a pet.
Scan.
To examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Molecular.
Of or relating to molecules, equals a group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
molecular structure. Molecular biology. Molecular weight is the sum of all the atoms.
Curator.
A person whose job is to manage the objects or artworks in a museum, art gallery, etc.
Examples:
curator of a library. Interim curator. The museum curator conserved the ancient manuscripts.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
basic brain function, permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
essentially correct, become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Reconstruct.
To build or form something again that has been damaged or destroyed.
Examples:
reconstruct an image. Reconstruct the original text. They've decided to reconstruct a ruined castle.
Re-engineer.
To redesign or restructure something such as a machine, system, organization, etc.
Examples:
re-engineer work processes. Re-engineer the organizational structure. As technology evolves, we need to re-engineer our work styles.
Backward.
At, to, or toward the direction or place that is behind or rear.
Examples:
walk backward. Backward angle. She falls over backward when she sees her mother-in-law.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
a civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Pathology.
The study of the nature and cause of diseases and disorders, the medical specialty that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of diseases and disorders.
Examples:
benign pathology. Clinical pathology. The pathology report showed no signs of cancer, giving her family a sense of relief.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Therapy.
The act of caring for someone through medication, remedial training, etc.
Examples:
therapy for a patient. Field of gene therapy. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to alcohol.
MRI.
Abbreviation for magnetic resonance imaging, a medical imaging technique that uses a strong magnetic field and radio waves to produce detailed images of the inside of the body.
Examples:
MRI brain image. Cardiac MRI. The MRI machine uses powerful magnets to produce detailed images of the inside of the body. Process. A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
process improvement, decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Medication.
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
antibiotic medication, medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Meditation.
The act of focusing one's mind on a particular object or thought, activity to train attention and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state.
Examples:
meditation training, religious meditation. The meditation instructor guided the group through the relaxation and breathing exercises.
Psychoactive.
Producing an effect on mental processes, such as mood, perception, or behavior, capable of affecting the mind or emotions.
Examples:
psychoactive medication, psychoactive effects. Psychoactive substances can seriously affect the brain and must be used cautiously.
Byte.
A unit of digital information that consists of 8 bits, typically used to represent a single character of text or a small amount of computer code.
Examples:
byte code, byte array. The computer hard drive had plenty of storage space, but was running low on available bytes.
Colonoscopy.
A medical procedure in which a flexible tube with a camera on its end is inserted into the rectum to examine the colon for potential abnormalities or diseases.
Examples:
colonoscopy screening, virtual colonoscopy. He had to undergo a colonoscopy as part of his routine medical checkup.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
stick a key in a lock, fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Virtual.
Being actually such in almost every respect, existing in essence or effect, though not an actual fact.
Examples:
a virtual image, trading of virtual currencies. She is the virtual president of the company.
Radiology.
The branch of medicine that uses medical imaging technologies such as X-rays, CT scans, MRIs, and ultrasound to diagnose and treat diseases and injuries.
Examples:
interventional radiology, diagnostic radiology. The patient underwent a radiology scan to diagnose their medical condition.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Colon.
The punctuation mark, used to introduce a list, summary, explanation, etc., or before reporting what someone has said, a significant part of the large intestine, the final section of the digestive system.
Examples:
Colon examination. The colon at the end of the sentence. Consumption of vegetables may aid in the prevention of colon cancer.
Augment.
To increase the size, extent, quantity, etc. of something by adding something to it.
Examples:
Augment the reality. Augment immunity. Economic factors and monetary policy augmented inflation.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Lesion.
A damaged or abnormal area of tissue in the body, usually caused by injury or disease.
Examples:
Muscle lesion. Brain lesion. The doctor examined the lesion on the patient's skin to determine if it was cancerous.
AI.
Abbreviation for artificial intelligence, the theory and development of computer systems capable of doing activities that would ordinarily need human intelligence, such as object recognition, speech recognition, decision-making, and language translation.
Examples:
AI expert. Apply AI technology to art. The evolution of processors has dramatically improved the performance of AI.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Paradigm.
A standard or typical example of something, a pattern or model.
Examples:
Major paradigm shift. Cultural paradigm. He postulated a completely different paradigm to explain all these phenomena.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Integrate.
To combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Biomedical.
Relating to the application of the natural sciences, especially biology and physiology, to clinical medicine and healthcare.
Examples:
biomedical assay. Cutting-edge biomedical. Biomedical engineering focuses on developing new medical technologies and innovations to improve patient health outcomes.
Wireless.
Of or relating a connection or communication that does not require a physical wire or cable, often through the use of radio waves or electromagnetic signals.
Examples:
wireless access. Wireless charging. The office's wireless network allows employees to work from anywhere in the building.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
a digital watch. Digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Stethoscope.
A medical instrument consisting of a flexible tube with a chest piece at one end, used by healthcare professionals to listen to internal sounds, particularly heart and lung sounds.
Examples:
medical stethoscope. Electronic stethoscope. The stethoscope examination helped the doctor detect the irregular heartbeat of the patient.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Handheld.
Designed to be held in one hand, portable, and compact enough to be carried or used on the go.
Examples:
handheld device. Handheld camera. The technician used a handheld tool to fix the machine.
Ultrasound.
Higher frequency sound than humans can hear.
Examples:
ultrasound meter. Ultrasound scan. An ultrasound scan showed that the baby was a girl.
Supplant.
To replace or take the place of something or someone, often by force or through strategic maneuvering. To make obsolete or obsolete by introducing a superior or more advanced alternative.
Examples:
supplant traditional methods. Supplant current technology. The young startup aims to supplant the established players in the industry through innovation.
Euro.
The official currency of most European Union countries.
Examples:
The value of the euro. Euro crises. Some countries may leave the euro.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device. Tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Advent.
The arrival or beginning of something, the coming of Jesus Christ at his birth.
Examples:
Advent calendar. Celebrate the advent of spring. The advent of the internet has dramatically changed the way we communicate.
Electron.
A tiny particle with a negative electrical charge.
Examples:
Flow of electrons. Beam of electrons. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Crowdsourcing.
The practice of obtaining needed services, ideas, or content by enlisting the services of a large number of people, either paid or unpaid, typically via the Internet.
Examples:
Crowdsourcing apps. Crowdsourcing in climate policy. The company used this crowdsourcing platform to gather ideas for its next product.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
Approve a measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Reliable.
Worthy of being relied on, trustworthy.
Examples:
Reliable access. Guarantee reliable delivery. Trains are reliable, inexpensive, and ideal for long-distance travel.
Champion.
Someone who has won first place in a competition, someone who fights for a specific group of people or a belief.
Examples:
A champion of peace. The grand champion. The champion bicyclist outrode all his competitors.
Jeopardy.
The state of being in danger or at risk of harm or loss.
Examples:
Put his life in jeopardy. Tax in jeopardy. The project is in jeopardy of being cancelled due to a lack of funding.
Cloud computing.
The practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data, rather than a local server or personal computer.
Examples:
Cloud computing infrastructure, cloud computing services. The adoption of cloud computing has revolutionized the IT industry, making it more accessible and affordable.
Decision:
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority, a selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Develop:
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy, develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Complexity:
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity, complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Presence:
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence, his majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Interact:
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Provider:
A person or an organization that supplies somebody with something needed or wanted.
Examples:
An information provider. The provider of the family. People select internet providers not only in terms of price, but also in terms of transmission speed.
Laceration:
A deep cut or tear in flesh or skin, often caused by a sharp object or a traumatic injury.
Examples:
Laceration to skin. Multiple lacerations. The deep laceration on my arm required several stitches to close.
Emergency:
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples:
Emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Hack:
To hit and cut somebody or something roughly and violently, to find a bug in a computer program and break into their systems or networks.
Examples:
Hack through the jungle. Hack into the program. This blog offers a variety of tips for hacking everyday life.
Stroke.
A medical condition in which poor blood flow to the brain causes cell death, the act of swinging or striking at a ball with a club, racket, etc.
Examples:
Suffer stroke. A stroke of the putter. This year's extreme heat has resulted in many heat stroke cases.
Detection.
The act of discovering or identifying the presence of something.
Examples:
Detection by the security software. Importance of early detection. This smartphone has a collision detection function.
Hematology.
The branch of medical science deals with the study of blood and its components, including blood diseases and disorders such as anemia, leukemia, and blood clotting disorders. It also encompasses the study of the blood-forming organs such as the bone marrow and lymphatic system.
Examples:
Hematology finding. Hematology department. The medical lab specializes in hematology testing and analysis.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Suite.
A set of rooms designated for a particular purpose or activity, especially a set of rooms in a hotel or private residence used as a living unit. A musical composition of several movements only loosely connected, the group following and attending to some important person.
Examples:
Suite room. Suite of products. The presidential suite is the most luxurious room in the hotel.
Tweet.
A short, high sound made by a small bird, a message sent using Twitter, the social media application.
Examples:
A chick's tweet. His latest tweets. We could hear the tweet of baby birds.
Cuff.
A band or strip of material, usually worn around the wrist or ankle, often used to secure or fasten something in place. A blow or hit delivered with an open hand, typically to the head or ear.
Examples:
Cuff bracelet. Soft cuff. The doctor used a blood pressure cuff to measure my vitals.
Gamut.
The complete range or scope of something, the entire spectrum or extent of a particular quality, emotion, or situation.
Examples:
Musical gamut. Gamut of jobs. The actress's performance ran the gamut of emotions, from anger to joy to sorrow.
Clutch.
A piece of hardware, software, or system that is poorly designed or constructed and often involves a makeshift or temporary solution to a problem.
Examples:
kludge solution, kludge code. The old printer was connected to the computer with a kludge of cables and adapters.
Patch.
A small piece of material or fabric used to repair or reinforce a tear, hole, or damaged area. A small plot of land used for cultivation or a specific purpose.
Examples:
patch of grass, software patch. I need to sew a patch onto my jeans that ripped.
Rhythm.
A strong, regular, repeated pattern of sounds, words, or musical notes that are used in music, poetry, and dancing.
Examples:
in samba rhythm, irregular heart rhythm. He beat out a jazz rhythm on the cajones.
Quantify.
To express or measure something in numerical terms.
Examples:
quantify the results, quantify blood flow. He tried to quantify the amount of product that was needed to complete the job.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Calorie.
Unit of heat defined as the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius at atmospheric pressure, used by nutritionists to measure how much energy food will produce.
Examples:
calorie calculation. Reduce my calorie intake. It would be best if you burned off calories through vigorous exercise.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
on an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Pulse.
The regular heartbeat as it sends blood around the body, especially when it is felt at the wrist or side of the neck, a solid regular vibration of sound, electric current, light, or other waves.
Examples:
a weak pulse. Pulse waves. The cardiac monitor displays the intensity of your pulse.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
A steam engine, an air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome, probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Diaper.
A soft, absorbent piece of material worn by babies and young children around their waist and between their legs to catch urine and feces.
Examples:
Diaper bag, cloth diaper. I need to buy a pack of diapers for my baby before we run out.
Enabling.
Providing the means, support, or resources necessary for something to happen or be achieved, allowing or encouraging a particular behavior or activity.
Examples:
Enabling infrastructure, enabling mindset. Enabling technologies allows people with disabilities to lead more independent lives.
Surgeon.
A doctor who is trained to perform medical operations that involve cutting open a person's body.
Examples:
An excellent brain surgeon, Army surgeon. He is a skilled surgeon that has many years of training and experience.
Robotic.
Of or relating to mechanical robots, robotics, the interdisciplinary branch of computer science and engineering with the practical use of robots.
Examples:
Robotic arm, robotic guide operation. The surgeon removed the tumor using robotic video assistance.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
Cardiac surgery, the professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Lens.
A transparent optical device with curved sides, used in an optical instrument that makes objects seem larger, smaller, clearer, etc. Metaphor: the basic thoughts or mindsets through which someone sees or understands the environment or situation.
Examples:
A convex lens, a lens with a wide angle. The photographer took this photo using a telephoto lens.
Tumor.
A mass of diseased tissue that forms when cells in the body divide and grow in an uncontrolled way.
Examples:
Tumor growth, tumor at remote sites. The patient was diagnosed with a tumor in her lung.
Vessel.
A ship or large boat.
Examples:
Blood vessels. Naval vessels. The vessel arrived in port the following day.
Scar.
A mark that remains on the skin after a wound has healed.
Examples:
Burn scar. Carry a scar. Even after the wound has healed, a scar remains.
Endoscope.
A medical instrument that consists of a long, flexible tube with a light and a camera on end, used to examine the interior of a body cavity or organ visually.
Examples:
Medical endoscope. Flexible endoscope. The doctor used a diagnostic endoscope to examine the patient's stomach during the medical procedure.
Stomach.
The internal organ in the body where food is digested, situated in the abdomen, the part of the body below the chest that contains the stomach.
Examples:
Upset stomach. Stomach virus. I have a stomach ache after overeating junk food.
Gallbladder.
A small, pear-shaped organ located near the liver that stores and releases bile into the small intestine to aid in digestion.
Examples:
Gallbladder surgery. Gallbladder disease. Eating a fatty meal can trigger gallbladder pain in some people.
Mediate.
To try to bring about an agreement or understanding between people who are in conflict.
Examples:
Mediate allergic reaction. Mediate a negotiation. The teacher had to mediate a disagreement between two students over a stolen pencil.
Paraplegia.
A form of paralysis that affects all or part of the lower body, typically caused by injury to the spinal cord or nervous system.
Examples:
Paraplegia treatment. Traumatic paraplegia. After his accident, he was left with paraplegia and had to use a wheelchair.
Interface.
Computer science, a program that controls a display for the user and that allows the user to interact with the system. Chemistry, a surface forming a common boundary between two things.
Examples:
Interface between gas and liquid. The user interface. Detergent weakens the surface tension at the interface of two liquids.
Motor.
A device that converts electricity, fuel, etc. into movement and makes a machine, vehicle, etc. work.
Examples:
A motor mechanic. DC motor control. Energy-efficient motors are needed to maximize the cruising distance of electric vehicles.
Cortex.
The outermost layer of an organ, especially the brain.
Examples:
Cortex cells. Visual cortex neuron. The cerebral cortex consists of 6 layers.
Quadriplegia.
Paralysis of all 4 limbs and the torso, usually resulting from injury to the spinal cord in the neck region.
Examples:
Quadriplegia patients. Quadriplegia care. After the accident, he had quadriplegia and could not move his arms or legs.
Cursor.
A visual representation on a computer screen that is controlled by a mouse or other pointing device and is used to indicate where the next action or input will occur, typically in the form of an arrow or other icon.
Examples:
Cursor movement. Blinking cursor. The cursor on a map app shows your location and allows you to navigate.
Wheelchair.
A chair fitted with large wheels for use as a means of transport by a person who is unable to walk.
Examples:
Electric-powered wheelchair. Wheelchair accessibility. This library rents out various types of folding wheelchairs for visitors.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
Clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Bionic.
Relating to or using technology or devices that enhance or replace biological functions, typically in a way that mimics or improves upon the original.
Examples:
Bionic exoskeleton. Bionic technology. The soldier was fitted with a bionic arm after losing him in combat.
Limb.
An arm and leg of a person or animal.
Examples:
A prosthetic limb. Limb amputation. You should wrap the bandage carefully and firmly around the injured limb.
Dean.
A person in charge of a college, faculty, or other academic departments, tasked with overseeing its operations, policies, and staff, a senior member of a profession or organization who is highly respected for their knowledge and experience.
Examples:
Dean's List. Dean of Faculty. The university's dean was responsible for overseeing the academic programs and policies.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree, degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Dexterity.
Skill and speed in performing physical tasks, especially with the hands, mental skill or adroitness in dealing with situations or problems.
Examples:
Dexterity with the pen, manual dexterity. The surgeon's dexterity was impressive during the delicate surgery.
Folk.
People in general, especially those of a particular group or type.
Examples:
Folk art. The folk songs of a particular district. Some seaweed was used as folk medicine in ancient times.
Strap.
A long, narrow strip or belt of leather, fabric, or another material used for binding, fastening, or supporting something or someone, a band or string that attaches one object to another, often used to secure items during transport.
Examples:
Leather strap, camera strap. The athlete tightened the strap on his running shoes before the race.
Exoskeleton.
A hard, external protective covering or framework that supports and gives shape to the body of an invertebrate animal, such as an insect or crab.
Examples:
Exoskeleton suit, robotic exoskeleton. The exoskeleton of the crab protects it from predators and environmental changes.
Bound.
To move forward by leaps and bounds, to form the boundary of something.
Examples:
Bounded with delight. Bound up a staircase. Canada bounds on the United States.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Cause an accident. Injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Prosthetic.
Of or relating to an artificial part of the body, such as a limb, a heart, or a breast implant.
Examples:
Have prosthetic arms. Prosthetic limbs. New prosthetic joints are less prone to metal poisoning.
Obesity.
The condition of being significantly overweight, typically defined as having a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or greater.
Examples:
Obesity-related diseases. suffer from obesity. The prevalence of obesity has increased significantly in recent years.
Trend.
A general direction in which something is changing or developing.
Examples:
An international trend. The trend away from television. The oil price continued their downward trend.
Fantastic.
Extremely good, excellent.
Examples:
A fantastic dress. Absolutely fantastic event. The new amusement park ride was fantastic, with twists, turns, and drops that left riders screaming with excitement.
Voyage.
A long journey, especially by sea or in space.
Examples:
A voyage of discovery. Take a voyage. The astronaut trained for years before embarking on her voyage to the International Space Station.
Swallow.
To make food, drink, pills, etc., pass down your throat into your stomach. Noun, small long-winged songbird noted for swift, graceful flight and the regularity of its migrations.
Examples:
Swallow a handful of pills. A swallowtail. I swallowed my anger and kept quiet.
Tract.
A region of land, often with a specific purpose or use, such as farming, forestry, or mining, a bundle of nerves or a system of organs in the body.
Examples:
A urinary tract infection. A tract of virgin forest. The farmer owns a large tract of land where he grows corn and soybeans.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Autonomous.
Capable of governing or controlling its affairs.
Examples:
Development of autonomous vehicles. An autonomous judiciary. 5 of the 6 provinces will become autonomous regions under the new federal system of government.
Invasive.
Spreading very quickly, and often aggressively, and difficult to stop.
Examples:
Invasive breast cancer. Invasive species. The invasive disease can spread quickly and potentially cause a global pandemic.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Cardiac.
Of or relating to the heart or heart disease.
Examples:
Cardiac arrest. Cardiac disease. The cardiac output of a resting adult is around 3 quarts per minute.
Pacemaker.
A small electronic device that is implanted in the chest to regulate the heartbeat of people with certain heart conditions. A person or thing that sets the pace or rhythm for others.
Examples:
Implanted pacemaker. Pacemaker battery. Some people with pacemakers may need to avoid certain activities or sources of electromagnetic interference.
Intervention.
The action or process of being done to improve or help a circumstance, often they have not been asked to do so.
Examples:
Intervention by foreign powers. Surgical intervention. This intervention does not require the patient's consent.
Cardiologist.
A medical doctor who specializes in the study and treatment of the heart and the circulatory system.
Examples:
Cardiologist appointment. Skilled cardiologist. My grandfather is seeing a cardiologist to monitor his heart condition.
Telemetry.
The process of collecting and transmitting data from remote or inaccessible sources using wireless or other communication means, usually for monitoring or control purposes.
Examples:
Telemetry technology. Telemetry system. The satellite sends telemetry data back to Earth to help scientists study the atmosphere.
Remotely.
At a distance, not directly or easily accessible.
Examples:
Remotely operate. Control remotely. The company can remotely access its employees' computers for troubleshooting purposes.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Prototype.
A first or preliminary example of something such as a device or vehicle from which other forms are developed.
Examples:
Complete a prototype product. Early prototype. The flying car is presently in the prototype stage.
Penny.
A small denomination of currency or coin, typically the smallest unit of a currency system. In the U.S., a coin worth 1 cent.
Examples:
Penny stock. Save a penny. I found a lucky penny on the ground while walking to work this morning.
Artificial.
Not natural and made by human beings, not real, but produced to resemble something.
Examples:
Artificial flowers. Artificial environment. The artificial intelligence system has revolutionized the way we live and work.
Retina.
The innermost light-sensitive membrane covering the back wall of the eyeball.
Examples:
Retinal cells. Retina scanner. Damage to the retina may play a role in the development of glaucoma.
Array.
A large group or collection of things or people, especially one that is impressive or attractive.
Examples:
A two-dimensional array. An array of troops. The customer on the internet has to choose one from a formidable array of products.
Eyeball.
The round part of the eye of a vertebrate that is usually inside the head and, therefore, cannot be seen.
Examples:
Eyeball motion. Redness of the eyeball. Increased eyeball pressure leads to the development of glaucoma.
Blind.
Unable to see, unable or unwilling to perceive or understand the true nature of something.
Examples:
Blind to the beauties. Blind spot. She was nearly blind due to severe diabetes.
Sight.
The ability to see anything that is seen.
Examples:
An unexpected sight. Dull sight. Many famous sights are within walking distance.
Assist.
To help someone in doing anything.
Examples:
Assist a patient. Assist his goal. Please assist her with the furniture relocation.
Bluetooth.
A short-range wireless communication technology that allows electronic devices to connect and exchange data wirelessly over short distances, commonly used for connecting devices such as smartphones, headphones, and speakers.
Examples:
Bluetooth connection. Bluetooth-enabled device. I need a Bluetooth headset for my conference calls.
Beam.
A long, sturdy piece of timber, metal, or other material used to support a structure or span a distance, a ray or stream of light emitted by a source.
Examples:
Beam of light. A structural beam of a building. The sun's beam shone through the window and illuminated the room.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Diet.
The food and drink that a person, animal, or community eats and drinks regularly, a legislative assembly in certain countries, for example, Japan.
Examples:
Eat a vegetarian diet. Diet approval. A balanced diet is more important for health than supplements.
Imagery.
The use of words or pictures in books, photographs, paintings, etc., that produces pictures in the minds of people, the ability to form mental images of things or events.
Examples:
Visual imagery, satellite imagery. This movie is famous for its romantic imagery.
Microscopic.
Tiny, exceedingly precise and detail-oriented, of or used in microscopy.
Examples:
Microscopic inquiry, microscopic analysis. Inspectors noticed microscopic cracks in the submarine's hull.
Lumber.
Wood that has been sawn or cut into planks, boards, or other structural shapes for use in construction, the act of moving heavily or clumsily.
Examples:
Lumber industry, rough lumber. The lumber yard had a wide selection of wood for building and construction.
Laboratory.
A workplace for doing scientific research or teaching science, a lab.
Examples:
Laboratory accident, anthropology laboratory. Animal protection groups call for an end to animal testing in a laboratory.
Fluid.
A substance that can flow and is not solid.
Examples:
Plenty of fluids. Fluid assets. She was diagnosed with a fluid buildup in her lungs.
Quake.
To shake or vibrate violently and for a short time.
Examples:
Quake in his boots. Quake with cold. The earth began to quake, and he knew he had to leave the building immediately.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Underserved.
Inadequately or insufficiently provided with help, products, or services.
Examples:
Underserved market. Traditionally underserved. This area is medically underserved.
Pathway.
A track that constitutes or serves as a path, an approach, or a way of doing something.
Examples:
Pathway to understanding. Cellular signaling pathways. When the first molecule in the pathway receives a signal, it activates other molecules.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples:
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Clot.
A thick mass or lump of coagulated liquid, especially blood, a group of people or things that form an obstructive, unsympathetic, or resistant force.
Examples:
Blood clot. Clot prevention. The clot in the blood vessel required immediate medical attention.
Artery.
One of the thick tubes in humans and most other animals that takes blood away from the heart to one or more parts of the body, such as tissues, lungs, brain, etc.
Examples:
Artery blockage. Risk of coronary artery disease. Continuous consumption of fatty foods leads to the hardening of the artery.
Disc.
A flat, circular plate, typically made of metal, glass, or plastic, used for storing data or playing music.
Examples:
Disk drive. Disk space. The computer's hard disk was full, so she had to delete some files.
Blockbuster.
A movie, book, or other product that is extremely successful and popular, especially one that makes much money.
Examples:
Blockbuster movie. International blockbuster. The new action movie is expected to be a blockbuster hit.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Indicate.
To show, point out, or make known something, often through a sign or a symbol, to suggest or imply something without stating it directly.
Examples:
Indicate a preference. Indicate an error. The data indicates that the company's profits have steadily increased over the past quarter.
Macula.
A small, oval-shaped area near the center of the retina of the eye, responsible for providing high-resolution vision.
Examples:
Macula lutea. Damage to the macula. There are several treatment options available for patients with macula-related disorders.
Degenerate.
Of a person, animal, or plant, to become worse in health or physical condition.
Examples:
Degenerate into a disagreement. Degenerate into recession. The once thriving city has degenerated into a crime-ridden slum.
Upload.
To transfer digital data or files from a local computer or device to a remote server or network, the act of transferring such data or files.
Examples:
Upload files. Upload documents to the portal. I need to upload these pictures to my computer to edit them.
Decode.
To convert something, such as a message or piece of information, from a specific form into one that you can understand.
Examples:
Decode a message. Ability to decode the differences. The software could decode the encrypted data and reveal the hidden information.
Dessert.
A sweet food served as the last course of a meal.
Examples:
Dessert knife. Easy dessert recipe. Let's go to an all-you-can-eat dessert restaurant.
Pharmacogenomics.
The study of how genes affect an individual's response to drugs and other treatments, particularly in the context of personalized medicine.
Examples:
Pharmacogenomics technology. Pharmacogenomics testing. The pharmacogenomics industry is growing rapidly due to its immense potential.
Modulate.
To change the key, style, loudness, etc. of something in music to create a particular effect, to fix or adjust the time, amount, degree, or rate of something.
Examples:
Modulate the function. Modulate from one key to another. These chemicals modulate the effect of metabolism.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Exposure.
The state of being in a particular situation or place where there is no protection from or guarantee to something harmful, the disclosure of something secret.
Examples:
A southern exposure. The exposure of a fraud. The long exposure to the air tarnished the antique tableware.
Exposed.
Having no protection or shield from something, such as bad weather, attack, or criticism.
Examples:
Exposed to radiation. An exposed rock. Tech companies often employ exposed ducts and other materials in their office interiors.
Capture.
To catch a person or an animal and confine them in an area which they cannot escape.
Examples:
Capture a glimpse. Capture customers' hearts. I was able to capture the moment on film.
Proteome.
The entire complement of proteins that can be expressed by a genome, cell, tissue, or organism, including all of its functional forms and modifications.
Examples:
Bacterial proteome. Proteome database. Scientists are studying the human proteome to understand better how proteins work in the body.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
The stream of time. An endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Individually.
Separately or apart from others.
Examples:
Answer questions individually. Individually designed product. Each department has done its product costing individually.
Biomarker.
A characteristic that is objectively measured and evaluated as an indicator of normal biological processes, pathogenic processes, or pharmacologic responses to a therapeutic intervention.
Examples:
Diabetes biomarker. Biomarker discovery. The biomarker test showed that the patient was responding well to the treatment.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Lee.
The side or part that is sheltered or facing away from the wind or the direction from which the wind is blowing. A position or location protected from the full force or effects of something, particularly the wind.
Examples:
A natural lee. The lee of the building. The hiker found a calm spot in the lee of the mountain to set up camp.
Hood.
A covering for the head and neck, especially one attached to a garment.
Examples:
Hood ornament. A silk hood. He pulled his waterproof hood up to protect himself from the rain.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Hypertension.
A medical condition characterized by abnormally high blood pressure in the arteries, often leading to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and other health problems.
Examples:
Hypertension rate. Arterial hypertension. To lower hypertension, it is important to maintain a healthy diet and exercise regularly.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Oncology.
The branch of medicine that deals with the study and treatment of tumors, especially malignancies.
Examples:
Oncology center. Modern oncology treatment. The pharmaceutical company unveiled its latest breakthrough drug for the oncology market.
Poison.
A substance that can cause illness, injury, or death when ingested, inhaled, or absorbed through the skin, something harmful, malicious, or toxic, the act of damaging or ruining a relationship. Verb, to introduce a substance into something or someone harmful and potentially deadly.
Examples:
Poison ivy. Poison bilateral relations. The plant's leaves contain a deadly poison that can cause hallucinations and seizures.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Relapse.
The fact of becoming ill or starting to misbehave again after making an improvement.
Examples:
Biochemical relapse. Relapse prevention. He had a relapse because he was working through the night.
Whack.
To hit someone or something hard or noisily.
Examples:
Whack him with a stick. Whack up the volume. He whacked the ball out of the park with his home run.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Cocktail.
A drink, usually an alcoholic one, made by mixing one or more spirits, equals strong alcoholic drinks, and fruit juice, an appetizer served as a first course at a meal.
Examples:
A light cocktail. Cocktail of chemicals. We invited some friends for a cocktail party.
Embryonic.
Of or relating to an embryo, equals an animal organism in the early stages of growth, in an early stage of development.
Examples:
Embryonic stem cells. Embryonic development. The project is still in its embryonic stage.
Marrow.
A soft, fatty, vascular substance in the cavities of bones, in which blood cells are produced, the choicest or most essential part of some idea or experience.
Examples:
The marrow of a speech. Vegetable marrow. The soup was made with bone marrow, giving it a rich and savory flavor.
Transplant.
To move or transfer something from one place or person to another, to take living tissue or an organ from one person, animal, part of the body, etc., and put it into or onto another.
Examples:
Transplant a heart. Transplant my family to America. He tried to transplant the seedling into a larger pot.
Spinal.
Of or relating to the spine, equals the long bone in the body's back.
Examples:
Spinal injury. Brain and spinal cord. The surgeon carefully confirmed how to remove the tumor to avoid damaging the spinal nerves.
Cord.
A strong, thick, or thin thread or rope, a piece of plastic-coated wire used to transport electricity to a piece of equipment.
Examples:
Spinal cord. Electrical cord. Your spinal cord is located deep within your body.
Injury.
Harm done to a person's or an animal's body caused by an accident or an attack.
Examples:
Without injury. A fatal injury. My accidental injury got better right away.
Phase.
Any stage in a series of events, change, or development.
Examples.
Enter on the last phase. Two-phase structure. The era of the Industrial Revolution was a crucial phase of history.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples.
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Cardiovascular.
Of or relating to the heart and blood vessels, equals tubes that carry blood around the body.
Examples.
Cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular tissue. Smoking places you at severe risk of cardiovascular and respiratory disease.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples.
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples.
Survival ability. Survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples.
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Harvest.
Yields of plants in a single growing season, the period of the year when gathering occurs on a farm.
Examples.
A scanty harvest. Reap a harvest. During harvest, farmers are incredibly busy.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples.
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Appreciate.
To value and acknowledge the worth of someone or something, to be grateful for something or someone.
Examples.
Appreciate her feedback. Appreciate the value. We would appreciate an early reply.
Puncture.
A small hole or wound made by piercing, such as with a needle, nail, or pointed object.
Examples:
bicycle puncture, needle puncture. The tire had a puncture and needed to be replaced.
Anesthesia.
A state of controlled, temporary loss of bodily sensation or awareness that is induced for medical purposes.
Examples:
anesthesia for surgery, local anesthesia. He is in general anesthesia under the surgeon.
Embryo.
An animal organism in the early stages of growth, either in its mother's womb or in an egg, or a plant that is developing in a seed.
Examples:
destruction of human embryos, embryo cloning. Our latest project is still at the embryo stage.
Reprogram.
To modify or recreate a program.
Examples:
reprogram a device, reprogram a database. He reprogrammed the computer's operating system to remove the safeguard.
Pluripotent.
Describing cells that have the potential to differentiate into any specialized cell in the body, often used in the context of stem cell research and applications.
Examples:
pluripotent embryonic cells, pluripotent gene expression. Pluripotent stem cells can differentiate into any cell in the body.
Utilize.
To use something for a practical purpose in an effective way.
Examples:
utilize a different approach, utilize a catheter. The cook utilized the leftover oxtail to make soup.
Freezer.
A device that keeps food, beverages, or other perishable items at low temperatures to maintain their freshness or preserve them for later use.
Examples:
portable freezer, freezer bag. I put the ice cream in the freezer to keep it from melting.
Myocyte.
A type of muscle cell found in muscle tissue, responsible for contraction and movement.
Examples:
cardiac myocyte, skeletal myocyte. The cardiologist analyzed the myocyte cells in the patient's heart tissue.
Neural.
Of or relating to a nerve or the nervous system that includes the brain.
Examples:
neural stem cells, neural networks in AI. There was a disturbance of neural function.
Cellular.
Of or connected with the cells of animals or plants. Of or connected with a mobile telephone system that uses several short-range radio stations instead of wires.
Examples:
cellular and molecular biology. A cellular phone handset. This factory employs a cellular manufacturing system.
Miniature.
Being on a very small scale.
Examples:
Miniature camera. Miniature version. He did complicated pen and ink drawings like medieval miniatures.
Decentralize.
To move the power, control, or authority of an organization, government, or system from a single place to several smaller ones.
Examples:
Decentralize authority. Decentralize organizational structure. We need to decentralize our data to recover quickly from a disaster.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Enhance.
To increase or improve the quality, amount, or strength of someone or something.
Examples:
Enhance value. Enhance the flavor of the vanilla. The new strategy will enhance the profitability of our company.
Thrill.
A feeling of extreme and sudden excitement and pleasure, to cause someone to feel sudden intense sensation or emotion.
Examples:
The thrill of speed. Incredible thrill. Skydiving is an overwhelming thrill for many people.
Bow.
To bend your knee or body, or lower your head. Noun, a weapon made of a curved piece of wood or other flexible material, strung with a cord and used to shoot arrows.
Examples:
Bow and greet. A bow wave. She bowed to the audience after her performance.